Oh, I about forgot my jalapeno pepper. Gotta get it in there. Gotta have a little heat, spice. Hi folks, I'm Steve Brown, and today we are making fermented pickles. Oh, how we love fermented pickles here on the Little White Rock Homestead. I'm Steve, and this is Mary. Well, good for Mary. She's going to get a jar full of spices ready for us. Start getting your lids off there. And while she's getting the spices in the mason jar, 1 quart jar, I'm going to slice up these pickles and get them ready to go in the jar. Okay, while we're slicing up the cucumbers, I'm going to get my salt water started. I'm using this pink Himalayan salt today, and I got a quart of water in my pan, my saucepan, and I'm going to put 4 teaspoons of salt in a quart of water and heat it up, bring it to a boil, and get it ready to put in my pickles. Okay, one of the first steps while the water's heating up is to get our spices all ready. We probably put in too many spices, but boy, these pickles are good. We're going to put in about a teaspoon or so of garlic, some whole dill seed, some thyme leaves, some pickling spice, teaspoon of each one of these. Got some dill weed we're going to put in it, mustard seeds, that make it taste good, and some celery seed, oh, and a couple of bay leaves or so. And we'll put all them in the jar with the pickles before we start fermenting. Oh, they're going to taste so good. Okay, while the water's heating, we're getting our spices ready. I want to get a little slice of onion ready. We're going to put that on top of the pickles to kind of hold them down. This will make it taste better. By the time we get all them spices and this onion in there, oh, it's going to be so good. Okay, while she's putting those spices in, I'm going to try to get these pickles ready. These cucumbers, I should say. Grew these cucumbers in our garden. How wonderful to have pickling cucumbers in your own garden. Slice these things up and get them ready to go in there. We'll put all these scraps in the compost. Trying to build a big compost pile out here for our garden for next year. All right, got the cucumbers all sliced up, ready to go in the jar. Oh, I about forgot my jalapeno pepper. Got to get it in there. Got to have a little heat, spice. All right, ready to fill the jar. I'm going to put a couple of jalapenos down the bottom of this jar, and then start sliding in some pickles. Some cucumbers, they're not pickles yet. Push them in there good. Want them good and tight. Don't want them floating out of here. Oh, we're getting there. We are about to get it full. I wonder, can I get just one more cucumber in there? Oh, that ought to do it. All right, I got these jalapenos, put them in there for good measure. And then let's put this slice of onion in there on top. Oh, and I need a weight. You need something to hold down your your pickles, you don't want things floating out of there. So I got this glass weight that I put in there. Push that down good. And then, I forgot my pickling crisp. Put in a 1/4 teaspoon of this ball pickle crisp granules. Want them crisp. All right, now then the weight. I think I'll pour some liquid in there. Got my salt water hot. I want to wash those granules off the top of that cucumber. And then put my weight on there. And then fill it up just to the top. You get it too full, and that salt water will start extracting juice out of them cucumbers, and before you know it, it'll be overflowing. Yeah, I think we're good. It's not over that. Now, the next step is I got this little air block. It lets the air out, the gases out, but don't let the oxygen back in. I don't think there's quite enough water in there. I probably ought to add a little water to that thing. Yeah, that ought to do it. Screw that thing on there good and tight. It's got a seal in there. Put the cap back on. Now the reason I like these airlocks, instead of those flat discs that go on here, they both work. They'll both make fermented pickles. But this one, when that little thing floats to the top, bumps the top, I know gases are coming out. And then in 3 to 5 days, it'll go back down. And I can tell that the fermentation has stopped. Give it another day or two. I can take this airlock off and put a regular lid on it. With those flat kind, you can't tell when the fermentation stops. So I like these style of airlock. I think we're ready to put it on the shelf and let it ferment. Okay, I hope that was educational. We got this one ready to go. It'll start fermenting a day or two. This is a jar we started fermenting back on the 8th, and it's been 8 days now. You can kind of see what they look like after they've been in here 8 days. And after it quit fermenting, I took that airlock off and put a regular lid on it. And we'll keep a jar of these in the refrigerator and eat a couple of pickles every night. I hope you got something out of that. I hope we encouraged you to make fermented pickles. They're good for your health, good for your stomach. It's kind of like making sauerkraut. Anything fermented, any fermented vegetables, you can use that salt brine for any kind of fermented vegetables. It's good for your stomach. So we try to eat some fermented things every night with our meal. And I hope that encourages you to try fermented pickles instead of the regular pickles, because I think they're more healthy. Anyhow, if you enjoyed this, we sure would appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button down below. Click the little bell so you'll be notified next time we put out a video. And hit the like button if you like this video. And don't forget, down in the comments, down in the description, you'll find a link to one of Mary's latest songs. Sweet girl singing sweet music. I hope you'll listen to one of her songs. They'll be a blessing to you. So don't forget what the old prophet of old said in Nahum. Nahum said, "The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knoweth them that trust in Him." Nahum 1:7. May the Lord bless you. Please come again. Thank you.